Will Schneider sends it down. Acoustics here are pretty bad, and the Wi-Fi is not that great either. Kyle gets a stick on it, sends it behind the net. Joey picks it behind the Hurricanes net. Sends it over to Will. Hands it. It's right in front of the net, and Zach was there but couldn't quite get a shot off. Canes come in fast. Greg Noda is there, and Ethan has a nice save. Joey takes it, passes to Zach. Zach sends it deep. Canes pick it up, send it around the boards, but I think that's Greg that. No, I'm sorry, that's Caden. Skates around and just puts it in the back of the net like it was easy. All right, 1-0. 13 minutes, 48 seconds, and left in the first. Caden with face-off, loses it, comes across. Caden tries to pass it back. Maddie's not really looking. He gets it though. Hands it off to Caden. Caden skates down. He's got Gavry there, and tries to get a shot off, but gets defense in the way in the last minute. Maddie's going to take it, pass it up to Landon. Landon backhands it up into the zone where Caden takes it. Tries to get it towards the goal, but I think he lost a skate, lost an edge. Caden picks it up by the goal line. It's right in front of the goal, and it's not going in, but the goal post came off. Just a little scramble there in front of the net. Here we are at the Rock Arena. Not sure. In New Jersey. I forgot what town it's in. It's not the same arena we play the rest of the games for this showcase. All right. Kieran, I think, in the corner, fighting for it. Hurricanes attempt to pass, but their guy's not there. He eventually gets to the blue line and dumps it deep. Ethan taps it behind the net, where Will Saunders is going to fight for it and recover it. He sends it across out of the zone. I think Kieran got a stick on it but didn't quite control it. And Mason backhands it deep. Brody's going to go chase after it. Canes player gets there first. Kieran comes across, picks it up. Canes get a stick on it, and there is a foot race down towards the goal where Will Saunders is going to do defense, and Ethan has a nice glove save against his chest, I think. So. This is the Tri-State Hurricanes White, their other team that's in the same showcase. Zach with a face-off. Greg Nada picked it up behind our net. It's got 2-on-1, but he's going to get it around, and Kyle and Zach are there to help. Greg's chasing after it. Canes pick it up. Will Schneider outsticks the guy. They chase it down deep into the Hurricane zone. Will's there, boards him in the corner. So 2-on-1. Zach and Connor there to help out. Canes sending it around. Kyle's going to pick it up. Sends it back down to Connor. I think that Zach got it up in front of the goal where Will Schneider tries to get it in, and I think goalie sits on it. No goal. Nice plan. We're looking strong against these guys. I think this is Of course, I say that pretty early in the game. There's a lot of hockey left. Caden with the face-off. Puck comes back where Landon picks it up, then loses an edge, falls down, but puck squirts out, and Caden got it. Maddie's there at the line. He takes it, and Maddie dumps it to the corner where Gavry's there. gets in a fight. Guy's about a head taller than him. Caden sends it. I'm sorry, that's Landon sends it around to Caden. Caden's down. Looks like he's getting up a little slow, but he looks like he's going to be okay. They eventually whistle. Caden's he's getting up, skating back slow, like. That was a tough fall. Kieran's coming out for the face-off. 1-0 with 11 minutes left in the first. They're going to come back, start it from the spot here. Kieran with face-off, ends up over by Gavry. He gets bottled up, but Maddie comes and takes it, shoots just wide of the net. Really nice shot, almost. Kieran's lining up, he's going to fire, and it's in the back of the net. Their goalie's mad. Two 2-0 with 10:48. There's the scoreboard. Caden with face-off. I guess I'd say he lost that one, but it's a little ambiguous. It came back towards our players, but doesn't matter. All right, Canes are fighting forward at the blue line. Gavry's there. He steals it, drives towards the net, gets bottled by the defense, dumps the puck into the corner. Caden chases after it. Landon's there. He's going to fall down a few times. Maddie ends up stopping when they try and take it out. Charlie's there, dumps it back in deep. We're all going to have to go chase it. Landon's going to catch in the corner. Maddie Muller drives back behind the net, stops to think for a minute. It's a beautiful day. Maddie drop passes back to Landon. Landon gets slammed again, and he's just down. Oh, man. And the poor kid, Landon is hurt. They're going to whistle that one. There was a deferred penalty on the play. If I look over my shoulder and see Ethan was starting to come out of the goal. Coach is coming out. Caden and Joey are there to help him off the ice. .9:45 left in the first period. Score is still 2-0. Zach lines up the face-off. All right, Will Saunders gets a stick on it, comes back out. Kieran's going to go chase it. He sends it down deep to where Will Schneider's is waiting at the blue line. It comes back out. Kieran's got it again. He's going to send it off the boards, back up to Will. Will's going to lose control of the defense. Kieran's just going to wait for the guy so he can skate around him because he thinks he can do that. Shoots twice there. One miss, one off of the knee pad of the defender. Will takes a third shot, and the goalie traps it. All right, Gavry with a face-off. Brody in the corner. Will Saunders gets it up back to Gavry. It was kind of Will to Brody to Gavry. Gavry's got it now. Sends it up to Mason, who fires back at the goal a little bit wide. Puck spinning in front of the net. Hurricanes send it deep. Mason's going to have to go chase after it. icing call. This is a very cold rink, poorly insulated, and both from sound perspective and temperature. My hands are freezing. I do have some gloves, so I'm going to try. All right, Gavry with face-off. All right, Caden dekes around for a bit, tries to decide where he wants to send it. He sends it down across to Will Saunders, takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Another shot by Gavry. Also can't quite find the hole. He was shooting pretty high angle. Gavry, falling, managed to slide and fall at the same time, taking a shot. It's right on goal. Very nice. Caden fights for it, hands it off to Will. Will's going to send it back to Brody, who's going to hand it to Caden. Caden gets boxed up by the defense right in front of the net, and there's a deferred penalty on Gavry, it looks like. This broadcast brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, breakfast champions. Luke and I stopped there on the way and met with some of the other players who happened to be at the same McDonald's. Also late because we were going to the wrong rink. All right, Jack Klein with face-off. Jack wins, recovers it himself, skates around the defense, passes it back to Kyle. Kyle sends it towards the net. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot. It didn't have a lot of speed on it, but all right, he sends it down deep and around the boards. Connor's going to go battle for it in the corner. Gets boxed up by a player who's a head shorter than him, but it's all right. All right, they're going to come down and lose control, and it's going to come out of the zone. Connor's chasing him, giving him some pressure. Greg Noda in defensive capacity gets on it. He's fighting in the corner for it. Covers, gets it around, outskates two of the Canes, sends it around to Connor. Connor sends it across to Jack, who doesn't see the Canes player, was right next to him. He's looking at the puck, and so there was a little crash and he lost control. Nice save by Ethan, though. Looks like Zach's lining up for the face-off. Zach fights for it. Joey comes out with it, but can't keep control. Just kind of sends it towards the blue line. Charlie shoots it around. Canes are going to pick it up, drive to the corner. I think that's Charlie still fighting for it. Canes send it back out to some of their players. Do a nice job passing. They get it well over the net, and Joey's going to pick it up and fight for it right here at the blue line. They got a pile up. It's going to squirt out. Charlie's going to take it. Open ice. Sends it down deep to where Joey will chase it into the zone. Can't get there in time to get a shot off, but he sends it across to Zach, who fires high of the net. It's on the back of the netting. Canes player recovers it. Zach will try to take control. So 3-on-1. He gets it out. Maddie's going to line up a shot. He gets it a little bit high off the corner. Charlie dumps it back down to Joey, or where Joey was. Joey doesn't get a stick on it. Canes pick it up in the corner. Zach's there to get some pressure on it. And Brody's going to chase him in the other corner. Comes all the way around to Charlie, who fires from the blue line. And Canes will pick it up from there. I think Joey got a stick on it. Brody got a stick on it. It's going to come out. Maddie's going to have to go chase after it, bring it back in. Let's give them time to do some line change. So Maddie's just stalling in back in our zone, waiting for the line change. Kieran comes up with it. He's going to just put the gas on, outskate it, the defense. Not enough to be able to get the shot off. He takes it behind the net, passes it to Charlie, who takes a shot. It's going to come back around the boards. Maddie's going to send it towards the net. Goalie deflects it off the blocker. Kieran grabs it, sends it, takes it down back behind the net. He just looks like he hurt himself or something. He dropped his stick, and I'm not sure what happened there. He looked like he knew that maybe he had a penalty. It was a penalty on somebody. The net came off. That doesn't help. The ref is talking to the coach on the other side. So they're going to call the penalty on number 11, Canes White. You can hear some of the parents complaining about it. So Kieran with the face-off again. I think he got hit in the face or something. So Will Saunders has a nice shot towards the goal, but from the blue line, goalie has an easy stop, does not control the puck, gets boxed in the corner. He's going to pick it up again, send it back towards the net, where Kieran, he chased after it, so he wasn't in position to get the puck that came off the corner. Sends it across to Jack. Jack sends a nice shot in, goalie stops it. Brody's going to send it across, and Mason takes a shot. Goalie off the blocker. Brody's going to skate around to the center. That's Mason up again for another shot. Defense sends it back up to Mason at the point. Brody gets a stick on it. They're going to fight, and it's going to dribble over the blue line where Kieran's going to take it, try to outskate. Looks almost surprised when the Canes player actually put on some speed and kept up with him. Saunders got it in front of the net, send it across. There we go, and Kieran's got it in the back of the net. So I think that was Saunders to Brody to Kieran to the net. Make the score 3-0 with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first period. Like Caden's going to take the face off. Caden gets it, goes back to Mason. Mason sends it up to Connor. Connor sends it across to Caden. That looked like it could have been offsides. Kyle takes a shot from the blue line. Goalie deflects it. I think that's that. Greg sends it down around the boards. Gavry's going to get it in the corner, sends it back to Caden. Caden gets boxed up by the defense. They send it out. Kyle grabs it, sends it towards the net, and goalie stops it, and I think Gavry put it in. That'll make the score 4-0. Three minutes, 3 seconds left in the first period. We've taken 9 shots to their 2. Put in 4 of them. Caden lines up for the face-off. They're going to send him out, or are they trying to fix the clock? What's going on here? Oh, the other linesman's talking with the clock, the scorekeeper. All right, Caden for the face-off. Squirts out. Kyle will recover. Kyle sends it up to Gavry. He gets deflected back. Kyle takes it, skates it in himself this time. Sends it across. Caden's going to grab it. Centers it. Nobody's there to get a shot off. Kyle, there's a deferred penalty. Greg's got it. He's going to try to get it in, and they get a stick on it, and play stops for the penalty. Looks like we sent out Joey when they pulled Ethan. Ethan's going to head back out. Oh, penalty on Greg. And on the Canes. So that was the deferred penalty was on them, but then we picked one up in the as well. Zach's line is out. Zach for the face-off. Comes back to Charlie. Charlie sends it down towards the goal. Gets deflected off the defense. Maddie chases after it. Joey comes across to help out. Maddie picks it up the red line. And the Canes go on offense. Will Schneider chases after it. They take a shot. Ethan deflects it and saves the rebound. Covers the rebound. Very nice, Ethan. Got the initial deflection and cover the rebound. But it looks like in the process they're going to call penalty on Will Schneider. So that will give the Canes a one-man advantage. 2 minutes. Previous penalty being offsetting. All right, Zach with a face-off. Canes pick it up. Ethan deflects it around. Maddie sends it off the boards. Can't get it out of the zone. Maddie taps it. Joey picks it up. He's going to try and send it out of the boards. It's going to come back. He sends it across to Charlie. Charlie should have enough ice to get it out there. Zach sends it along. But the Canes are going to pick it up in center ice. All right, except Zach gets a stick on it again and sends it down into the Cane zone. They're going to pick it up. We're switching back to defense. All right, Zach and Charlie helping each other out there. Boxed up. A lot of fighting for it at the blue line. Mostly Zach, Charlie. I think Joey may have come along to help out a little bit. But rolls along the rail for a while. And I think there's going to be a penalty on number 36 for the Canes. Should put us back at 4 on 4. Yeah. Brody lines up with the face-off. Oh, they're calling it. I hear they're calling it 2 and 10. Yep, makes sense. I wasn't paying attention for a second there. Brody with the face-off. Hands it back to Mason, to Saunders, to Klein. He sends it deep. Brody chases after it. He's fighting for it in the corner. It's going to come around. Jack's going to get it. He skates it out. Brody takes the shot. The two of them standing right next to each other. Canes pick it up from the corner, send it across. Saunders is going to get there first. Tries to send it off the boards. Brody sends it back to Saunders, who sends it up to Jack. Jack kind of flubs for reception. He's trying to skate and look at the same time. All right, Saunders has got it. He misses the pass. Canes pick it up. They send it deep, but Mason's there. He picks it up, skates around. Tries to get it to Brody. Brody can't get a stick on it, so the Canes kind of pass it around their backfield and take a shot, which Ethan misjudged, and they actually get one up on the board. Either that or he lost his edge on a skate or something. It seemed like thought he was going to have that one. A conversation with the scorekeeper there. Kieran lines up with a face-off. He gets his own, takes his own face-off, drives in, puts some gas on, outskates his own puck. Maddie recovers it for him, passes to Kyle, who sends it up to Brody. Brody chases it in, fights for it, and that's the end of the first period.
Steady hands, I've been noticing.
Oh,
You must not have had much to drink last night.
No, if anything, we went to a Japanese place, and whatever it was did not agree with me because I was up in the middle of the night, and giving it back, and I didn't have anything to drink.
I was wondering when you were going to put the gloves on.
Well, that's I got the one hand on.
Yeah, but you can't stop and start with those, right?
I think I can. I don't know enough about how to do it. I mean, I've been live streaming for I don't know, like 6 games now. Like I don't do anything else with it. So.
So Andrew, we're going back to the competition thing. Which feed do I pay for?
His feed is clearly better. He's got a much better camera,
Yeah, but
and
he
he's
charges
got.
so much more.
Oh, does
Their
he?
prices are a lot more competitive.
Mine's live. That's the. I mean, the main difference is you can get the good
Good
feed.
idea, though. I'm
The
not
good
gonna
feed
post
of
mine on YouTube anymore. And
of his
post it on
camera.
Facebook.
With the steady and
But see,
the better
he does the
optics.
commentary, so you can't go wrong with that.
But but mine is
worth the price
live.
of admission right there.
Well, I figure with his, the quality is good enough you can zoom in and see what really happened versus on the tiny screen off of my feed. Like the,
Capitalism at work right here.
I have to do the commentary, otherwise you can't tell what's happening. Kieran was lining up for the face-off, but it looks like they've decided different line's going to start. Caden's out there, so I guess Caden's going to start. I think with all the time in the break, we can decide which line we're going to start with. But all right, Caden with the face-off. Gaffrey's real close. Okay, I don't think the ref's going to let him get away with that. Caden's coach is yelling at his players to be in the right place. All right, comes out and gets handed back. Mason picks it up. That's not Mason, that's Greg. I'm sorry, Greg picks it up and ices it, so it'll come back. Why you gotta ice it like that, Greg? Caden the face-off again. Comes out off the face-off, heads all the way through the neutral zone. We're chasing after it. I think that's Gavry gets there first. Gavry passes it to Caden. Caden takes it behind the net. Stops to think for a moment. Hands it to Gavry, who gets it under his skates and gets in trouble getting a stick on it. Loses it, but he's gonna fight for it. Kyle picks it up at the blue line, skates through the neutral zone. He's looking for a shot, it looks like. Does a pretty decent attempt, but doesn't quite get it in the net. Canes gets somebody on it. Kyle's there to fight for it. And they're going to take a shot, and they score. That'll put the score at 4-2 with 14 minutes left in the second. Looks like we may have a hockey game after all. When we're up 4-0, it seemed like this was going to be a blowout, but as much as I definitely want our team to win, it's no fun watching a blowout. Or it's more fun watching a real game. So, Zach with a face-off. Will recovers. He sends it down deep. It's going to be an icing call. So we come all the way back. Zach sends it. It goes back to Charlie. Charlie sends it up to Will Schneider, who sends it off the boards and then down deep. Joey's going to chase after it. He'll get there behind the net. Kane sends it up. It comes across, bouncing right underneath me, where Charlie's going to be there and sends it up to Will Schneider, who kind of lets it go between his legs, I think. Charlie back to Will. Will takes it in. All right. Defense gets on it. Maddie's waiting there, picks it up easy, and decides to put the gas on, take it down himself. He's gonna get it down behind the net. where defense is finally going to catch up with him. He sends it around the boards to Charlie. Charlie drop passes back to where Zach will go get it in the corner. Will Schneider's there to help. Will skates it out of the corner. Tries to send it across to center, but hits one of the defensemen. Matty skates it in now. These guys got to get out of the zone. All right, Charlie drives it in. Skates around the other players. He's going to backhand it towards the goal where the goalie deflects it. And their defense sends it out and around the boards where it goes from Matty to Charlie. Charlie takes a shot. It's wide of the net. The goalie taps it into the corner. Will Schneider sends it around the boards. Matty's going to chase for it. Defense gets it. They try to send it around, but Will's there. And Joey somehow deflected it. It went in the goal as he fell down, and the goalie knocked the net off. I think they're going to count that as a score. Have to go back and watch the good footage later to see what part of his body did he use to put that in. I'm not sure what happened there. As Joey fell down and the puck went in the net. Kieran with the face-off. Wins it, takes it himself, skates around the other player, loses it, but Brody picks it up. They try to get it in the net, but gets deflected by the defense into the corner. Jack's there to help. Brody sends it out where the defense picks it up. They're going to send it across. Saunders chases it, forces him into the corner, fights for it, and takes it from him, looks like. Sends it around behind the net where we don't have anybody. It's centered in front of our net, and Saunders comes back to save the day. Passes it across to Brody. Brody does some nice skating. Can't get a shot off before he gets to the red line. There's too much defense. He's back behind the net with Jack Klein. Defense sends it up. Mason's waiting. He's going to try to hold off for a second with the offsides call. Mason backhands it over to Brody. Brody takes a shot deep from the blue line and then heads down toward the bench. Kieran's out, and Mason comes in along the boards. Kieran and Mason in the corner, fighting for it. Mason passes it off to Landon, who's back out. Gets it in front of the net, but we can't get a shot off. All right, that's Saunders, sends it down and around the boards. Connor's going to pick it up. Landon and Connor just lets Landon take it. He sends it across to Kyle. Kyle tries to shoot. Defense gets in his way. Caden picks it up in the corner. A lot of fancy stick handling. Off the boards, back to Kyle. Kyle sends it down deep. Goalie gets a toe on it, I think. Sends it into the corner. Connor passes it back up to where Mason should have had it. Kyle misses the interception. But it's all right, nobody else is there. So Caden's going to go chase it. Gets there first. Gets clobbered. Kyle just boards the guy hard. All right, there's going to be a whistle on that. So they're still fighting over there. That's they're going to call that penalty on both Caden and Mason. Oh, wait, no, not Mason. Just Caden. Mason's just heading to the bench.
Are you kidding? Get him out!
We'll go back and look at that footage later. I always say that, but I usually don't. Curious what they're saying over there. So coach is arguing with the ref, or discussing with the ref. It's like they're trying to Caden's I'd love to have some witty commentary, but much discussion here. Coach Jeff is Kane's white parents are mad about the delay. So Connor was standing there waiting, trying to figure out what's going on, because if it's a 2 and 10, he's going to help serve it. So I guess they decided it's a 2 and 10. Oh. All right, so they did call the penalty on both Caden and Kyle. So then they're calling Landon out. So it's going to be 5-on-3 because we got too many players there. So because I didn't see what happened after, so it looked to me like their player boarded Caden pretty hard, and Kyle came up and slammed him afterwards. And then I guess there was more fighting after that. That's what I think happened, which is how Caden ended up in the box, because he just got slammed, I think, and then it's, the one I saw being chippy was Kyle. All right, so it looks like we're set up for Gabry with face-off. Yeah, we're still waiting on.
Yeah, we'll give you a call to
So they're trying to figure out the. All right, so okay, they took the penalties off and then put them back up in the opposite order. I'm not sure why that matters. They're both 2 minutes, showing us 2 minutes. One of them's actually a 10-minute. All right. Long shot from the Canes towards the net, over the net. Greg's going to take it all the way down the boards. Foot rest, 3-on-1. He's going to give up on it. It's going to be an icing call. He thought maybe he could get there. He was putting some real speed on. He's going to come all the way back. That ate up 17 seconds of the penalty. 9 minutes, 54 seconds left in the second period. The score is 5-2. And we've got 2 players in the box for another minute 43. And somebody in the box for 10 minutes after that, I think. All right, so long shot, no icing call because it was right on net. Canes take behind their net. He's looking, he's thinking. He tries to backhand it down towards the net. Charlie gets there first, sends it around the boards, but we don't have anybody there because we are fighting a 5-on-3 penalty kill. They drop it to their point. Gabry gets a stick on it. Greg gets a stick on it. Greg gets a skate on it. And it's in the net. A valiant effort by the defense. They were really doing a pretty decent job there of controlling it, but didn't quite do enough. So that should get one of our players out of the box. That gets Caden out. Zach lines up for the face-off. Then we have to have another discussion about did the right player come out of the box. All right. Who was? So Connor's coming out. I guess I have no idea what just happened. Well, I guess they're having Kyle is going to serve.
Nada's message to me: get your big head out of the way. I'm watching Dan's feed.
Oh.
You can't see.
Because you're leaning over, right? So. I don't know. I mean, because I look with my eyes. I generally don't look at the screen. It's too hard to see what's going on. All right. Will Schneider sends it down deep. I think what happened there was that this discussion about who was going to come out, and so Connor was helping to serve the 2 and 10, but they decided to switch, and he came out, and Caden and Kyle are still in there. So Kyle is serving the rest of the 2 and 10. While Caden, so Kyle's penalty ended, but then he went in to do the 2 and 10 until Caden's 2 is up. If that makes any sense. All right. As icing call is going to come back. Zach's line's still out. It's icing on Hurricanes. So, Zach wins it. Will Schneider takes off the face-off. Canes recover it behind their own goal. They send it across. Zach picks it up. He just drives it out. I don't know why he didn't keep it in. It doesn't really matter that much. He's kind of eating up the clock. Canes are stalling behind their own net, considering that they're on a... Zach takes it from him, flicks it back to the corner, and our penalty's up. So we're back to full strength, and Kyle is in the box still. Matty Muller chases it down deep into his own zone, behind the net, looks for who he wants to send it to. He sends it around to Will. Will taps it. It slides out of the zone. Joey picks it up center ice, but gets blocked by the other team. Maddie's got it. He's going to send it across. Will picks it up, or tries. Doesn't quite get control of it. Zach fights with the guy, ends up behind the net. Joey's waiting in the corner. Zach and Joey fighting with two of the other team. Will sends it. Will Schneider ends up sending it towards the goal. Joey gets kind of handled along the board. So they send it across. Oh. Canes player goes down hard on the board. Zach sends it around to Joey. Joey backhands it over into the center where Will taps it. And they both chase it down into the zone. Will tries to escape the guy. Doesn't quite work. Canes backhanded up. And, Mason picks it up at the blue line and takes a shot. Easy deflection for the goalie who does not cover. We're fighting for it. Joey sends it, lets it glide on up to Mason. He takes another shot and the goalie traps it. So, refs are yelling at the parents, telling them they gotta shut up or go to the parking lot, which I guess I appreciate. Kieran with face-off, heads across. I thought Jack was gonna get it, but defense gets it. Jack taps it down and then manages to keep it in the zone, but loses control in the process. Kane sends it around, but Jack gets there and boards. Goes around. Connor's going to pick it up. Sends it down around the boards. Kane's just slammed into Jack. And I think it's on top of the net. Ref whistles it. He's going to stop play and restart it. Kieran with the face-off. Puck comes out. Greg's going to take a shot. I thought he was going to take a shot. He passed it over to Connor. Connor's fighting for it. Kieran goes to help. Helps it. Connor gets it. Still a lot of pressure on him. Connor sends it in front of the net, but we don't have anybody there. It squirts out. Mason takes a shot. Connor tries to get a shot off. Kieran takes a real high angle shot. It's a little too high. Mason, nice, very nice, and he puts it in. So Mason looked like he was going to pass it out, but he just took a backhand shot. Goalie stopped it and got his own rebound and backhanded it in the second time. So that'll make it 6-3 with 5 minutes 34 seconds left in the second period. Caden with a face-off. Quick drop. Landon gets the stick on it, squirts back to the corner. Charlie chases it down, sends it around to Gavry. Gavry takes it back behind the net again. Tries to pass it up to Landon. Doesn't work. Ends up in front of the net, but Charlie saves it before Ethan has to. Charlie sends it up to Gavry. Gavry sends it across to Caden, who can't quite get an angle on it quickly enough. Maddie deflects off the stick, way up in the air. All right, I can't even keep up with all the changes here. All right, Maddie sends it up. Landon and Caden are going to take it. Caden's got it. He drops it to Landon, who puts it in. Pretty as a picture. 7-3 with 4 minutes 42 seconds left in the second period. Very nice. Beautiful play. Caden and Landon. Zach with the face-off. The Canes lined up with 4 players. All right, Zach with face-off. Canes recover it, but then it ends up on Mason's stick. Mason sends it up to Will. It's probably hard to follow. It's right underneath me. Mason sends it back up to Will again. Will backhands it off the boards and sends it down to the corner. Zach will go chase it down. Takes it around the boards to Maddie, I'm sorry, that was Will Saunders. I just saw the 9 on the jersey. You'd think I would know the lines by now. I mostly do. All right, Will Saunders taps it across to Mason. Mason gets the stick on it twice, and it's just to get it around the defense. He tries to take a shot, but he misses it. Comes back up. They flick it deep. That should be an icing call. Second period broadcast is brought to you by coffee. Miracle drink. Brody with the face-off. He gets it back to Kieran, who takes the long shot to the Goldie's glove. Let's try that one again. Good idea, did not quite work. Need to do something slightly more clever. All right. Brody takes the face-off that time. Greg chases it down. Maddie gets it, hands it off to Brody, who takes a shot, who gets deflected by off the blocker. Connor picks it up in the corner, sends it over to Maddie. Maddie's a long shot from the corner, misses the net. Greg's going to try and tap. He taps it over to Kieran. Kieran back to Greg. Defense gets in there. Greg keeps it in just at the last. They're going to say get off, even though it did not. They shouldn't have had to. All right. They come back in. Conveniently, the Canes just waited for us, and Connor backhands it in the goal as the goalie knocks the net off. Are they going to count that or no? That would be a tragedy. because Connor doesn't get that many, hasn't gotten that many goals this season. And for them to disallow that would be disappointing. That was a beautiful play. Like to see afterwards. They did not count that goal. Maddie, long shot. Goalie catches it. Caden to Greg. Greg passes it over to Landon, who kicks it. Caden picks it up behind the net. Hands it off to Landon. Landon drop passes back to Caden. Caden is boxed up in the corner. Landon fights for it. Gavry comes in to help. Puck squirts out, and Greg will pick it up back at our own blue line. Hands it up to Caden. They pass it to, tries to hand it off to Gavry and take it in. Greg sends it across. Maddie takes it up, takes it in. Skates around the Canes player. Puts the brakes on, turns around, hands it off to Landon. Landon drops it back to Maddie. Maddie passes it across to Gavry, stops at the skate. Thinks about what to do, tries to center it. There's really nobody there. So, off the defense, Landon to Maddie. Maddie fires from the blue line, and the goalie saves. Zach with the face-off. Joey tries to recover. Defense gets a stick on it, sends it to the blue line where Saunders sends it down deep. Canes take it. Saunders has got it. Sends it around to Joey. Joey just kind of taps it, and it ends up being back at the blue line. Long wrister down past the goal. Charlie's there, and Will Saunders is there. Joey sends it now deep to Will Schneider. They're going to call that offsides, and candidly, it was offsides, only by a few inches, but yeah, he didn't get control of the puck until after he was starting past the line. It was a good idea. Didn't quite work. All right, Zach had the face-off. It ends up coming down deep. Icing call. Zach with face-off ends up going back towards Will Saunders, who sends it around the boards, where Will try and pick it up at the blue line. Charlie follows him up. Two of them fight for it right here at center ice. Zach is here. Canes take it back around. Joey's going to put some pressure on and kind of actually forces them back into their own zone. Zoe takes it behind the net, gets boxed up behind the net. Canes are going to pick it up. Charlie Sandberg takes it up, backhands it towards the net, where defense blocks it. Canes defense switches to offense here. That's going to be offsides call. I'm very angry about being offsides. Break and Play brought to you by Rules. Rules, they're what make games worth playing. Without rules, they would be no fun. Kieran Richardson with the face-off. Brody ends up with the puck. And Canes just out sticking. And they're going to switch to offense. I think they're going to call that as tripping on Kieran. You can tell he already looks mad. I think that was undeserved. I think he's... I think that was undeserved. He was not trying to trip that guy. The guy just like leaped onto the floor, leaped onto the ice over Kieran's stick. That's just my opinion. But I don't have a stripy shirt, so it doesn't matter what my opinion is. All right, Brody takes the face off. Comes back to Greg, who just hurls it down the ice. That'll be a icing call, but eat up a few seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. Your suit. My aunt lives in Plainville. Is that where this team is from? No, I'm moving.
Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Brody with the face-off. That really only ate up 6 seconds off the penalty. So, Canes try to take a shot. Brody gets there. Defense. Mason gets boxed up. Canes there. Brody offers to help. Greg gets there, hits it around. They're going to try and get it towards the goal, but Brody gets there first, and that's the end of the period. We've got a 7-3, end of the second period. Kieran's still in the box with 1:35 left. Luke is doing a funny little dance. I wonder what that's about. No, Kieran's doing a funny little dance. All right. It's gotta be boring being the goalie who's sitting out the game. Your job is to swing the gate. Especially now that the kids are all big enough that they really don't need the gate swung, they just climb over the boards. There's Will Saunders. Where did he come from? Looks like Caden's line will so they must have called Kieran for a 2-10 because or either that or is Kyle still serving his? I would have thought his was over by now. I'm trying to remember when that happened. Kyle and Kieran both in the box. All right. All right. Greg is discussing forcefully. I think I stopped at the. I don't think he covered it. I think I just got to one of those where I'm not sure if the net's on properly. Or puck was on top of the net. All right. Landed with a face-off. Ends up back in the corner where Mason taps it, goes back to Landon. Landon gets it to Caden. Caden gets it out of the zone. Just past the red line, he drops it down deep. Canes will pick it up behind their own net. Send it across. And that was Caden got a stick on it, just like totally took it away from him. Landon tries to drop pass, but there's nobody there. They send it, I think, off of Ethan's pads, ends up behind the net. Greg, that's Mason, picks it up, sends it up to Caden. Caden sends it across to Landon. Landon crashes into the Canes player. Canes recover possession and they send it around. Greg is in the corner. Caden suddenly has to put on the gas to get to it and sends it over to Landon. I was amazed at how great presence of mind they sometimes have of where their teammates are. And Landon backhands it into the top shelf corner of the net like he'd been doing it his whole life. And I say that, most of these kids have been doing it their whole lives pretty much. But that was beautiful play. Made it look easy. Gavry with a face-off. Kieran's penalty's up. He steps out of the box. I don't know what that whistle was about. They're discussing with Kieran on whether or not he's really done. He's coming to the bench, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I think the ref messed up. All right, Zach with face-off ends up coming way down. Charlie picks it up. He's going to think about what to do. Sends it way up. That's going to be icing. It's too bad. It was would have been a great pass if Will could have gotten a stick on it, but couldn't quite get there in time. It's going to come all the way down. Clock is still running. All right, I just noticed. No one else noticed. Is this? Why is the clock still running? Do they have rules on running clock here? All right. Connor gets a stick on it. Will Schneider picks it up. He tries to fire off the shin guard of the Canes player. He lofts it up. Charlie's going to pick it up, takes it back down deep. Backhands it over to Connor. Connor tries to send it across. The defense gets there. He's going to stall for a second on the off. Those players get out of the zone. Squirts out down deep where Charlie will not quite get there before the whistle blows for the icing call. I wonder if we're over time. It's only a 5-point advantage, so it seems like that's not usually a running clock situation. But we may have to get off the ice because. All right. Oh, Jack Klein just miraculous backhand. That was that's beautiful. On the face-off, Jack just backhanded it towards the goal. I think someone unexpectedly right at the net. Goalie did stop it, but it was, it's like everyone was looking like waiting for who's got possession when the puck was already on its way to the net. All right, Jack's got it in the side. He gets outsticked and comes out. Kieran takes it up in the neutral zone. He sends it off the boards, puts the gas on, clobbers one of the other Canes players. It kind of squirts out from when he kicks it behind the net. Goes to Jack, to Mason, back to Jack into the corner. It sends it around. Mason's going to pick it up the corner. I'm sorry, I'm kind of need to get a better job of pointing the camera here. Kieran, man, is going back to the bench. He is he's picking fights. There's a deferred penalty on that. Somebody got to stick on it so Kieran can go serve his penalty. There we go. Kieran did it to himself. Kieran's going to spend some more time in the box. I hope it was worth it, Kieran. Yeah. He was definitely angry. They're going to restart out here. Caden lines up. Canes recover after the face-off. Tries to outskate us, but we're right there. Greg jumps it down. Caden's going to get there. Their goalie's out of position. He thought he would go back behind the net to stop it, but Caden got there so fast that there was actual pressure on him when he was out of the net. All right, Canes are avoiding the offsides, swirling around. They dump it. Greg picks it up, sends it across to Caden. Caden ends up dumping it into the corner. Landon's going to send it around. Oh, I thought he sent it around. He actually sent it in front of the net. Kyle takes a shot. Kane sends it around the boards. Landon knocks it out of the air with his stick. It's behind him. He's not. I don't know if he knows knew how close it was. Otherwise, he would have stopped and got to get it. As Kyle picks it up. And he's going to take a shot off of the skate of the other player. Just goes wild. Kane's taking the corner, send it across. Gavry tries to, they missed the control. Gavry got it. All right, ends up going back to Greg. Joey puts the gas on to get there, and Canes are lining up. Greg gets a stick on it, sends it up around the boards. Canes pick it up, throw him at our blue line, and comes out, lose control of it. Joey chases after it, and Greg's there, and Gavry's there. And Gavry and Joey are going to take it in 2-on, and Gavry takes a shot. Goalie gets a glove on it, doesn't control it, comes back out. All right, that was Gavry, got it away from the Canes. Joey's going to find some pressure on it. It's going to come down deep here. Kyle and Charlie chase after it. Charlie picks it up in the corner, sends it over to Joey. Joey off the boards, puts the gas on, gets kind of clobbered twice, double teamed. There's a whistle. Went up. I think our coach is just screaming at the refs. They whistled, I think, because it went up high into the net. Kieran's out of the box. We're still, the clock's still running, so. All right. Brody tries to get it in the corner, ends up going back to Kieran, sends it around the boards. Jack is going to fight it. He's going to hand it off to Brody, hands it back to Jack. Jack tries to tap it over to Charlie. Charlie takes a shot off the opposing team. Maddie sends it hard up the boards, or Kieran ends up coming back out. Maddie's got it. Maddie drives in fast, ends up behind the net, sends it around. Kieran gets a stick on it. It comes down. Kieran's got a skate on it. It's going to come out to Charlie. Keeps it in. Hands it off to Kieran. Kieran's fighting hard. He boards the guy hard. Brody gets it up in front of their net, but there's nobody there to take a shot. They pass it across. Jack ends up tapping it backwards, keeping it into the zone. Canes pick it up. Kieran checks the guy. Brody's got it. Charlie picks it up in the neutral zone, passes it back to Kieran. Kieran's going to grab it. He's going to skate around and tries to do that high angle shot. Doesn't quite work. He's still got it. He's skating around. Slaps it across to Landon, who takes the shot. Gets it right into the chest of the goalie, who falls on it. Eight minutes. I'm sorry, 8-3. And there's about 4 minutes, 50 seconds, running clock, third period. I think it's the other team's parents are yelling for Kieran, I think, to get off the ice. Connor in the corner, Gavry in the corner. They're boxed up 2-on-1. Connor comes back to help. Now it's like 2-on-3, and they are scrambling hard. Landon's standing on the outside, waiting for it to squirt out, which it does. He sends it up to Will. Will takes the shot long into the goalie's chest. Goalie drops it. We recover it. Landon skates through, gets boxed up in the defense. It's going to come down deep, and Will's going to have to go chase it. Gets there first, pretty easily, but when he tries to send it out of the zone, Canes are there. Mason to Connor, back to Mason. Landon gets it into the zone, skates around, hands it to Gavry. Gavry puts it in. That was a nice play. He moved it well. Controlled all the passes. To make the score 9-3 with 3:30 with a running clock. Zach with the face-off. Comes back. Kyle gets a stick on it. He and Greg are gonna chase it down. Greg lets him have it. Canes get there, and they're gonna line up and maybe get a shot off. They got a shot, but Ethan stopped it with his left toe. Greg puts the gas on, drives it down, gets defense gets a stick on it, takes it away from him. Joey's gonna pick it up behind the net. They send it back up to Greg, where he misses the pass, has to chase it down, loses an edge and goes down. Kyle's gonna go help out. He's gonna go down. Canes almost got it, right? They ended up centering it, had a guy there, couldn't quite get the... Will Schneider's gonna get there first as it ends up coming down deep. He sends it around where Joey's gonna get it in the corner. Joey's gonna get held against the boards until Zach comes to help. Will Schneider taps it back. Charlie takes a shot long from the blue line. Misses the net. Kyle backhands it over. Joey picks it up. Joey gets boarded. I'm sorry, that was Zach got boarded. Joey recovered it. Kyle takes a shot from close. Goalie saves it. There's some disagreements on the players. They're still showing the clock as 8 to. There's the score is 8-3 on the board. I think it should be 9-3. I'm running clock. I don't know why they didn't mark that last goal. I don't know. Maybe I'm. All right. Maddie takes a shot. Brody keeps it in. Hands around the boards. Maddie gets the stick on it. Kieran's there. Tries to get there anyway. Doesn't quite make it. Brody kicked it. It's now coming across. And Charlie picks it up. Gets off balance as he tries to skate through 3 of the defense. Canes take it. Long shot. Sorry, that was... Charlie picks it up. Takes a shot off the stick of the other player. Ends up way up high in the net. You got about 30 seconds left. The scoreboard's still showing 8-3. Caden with the face-off. Canes are going to get one last shot at this. They flick it into our bench. I think they flick it into the shoulder of Jack Klein. The clock will run out. And that's the end of this one. We clearly won. I'd like to double check what the final score was, because I still think the scoreboard shows 8-3, but I think it it probably was 8-3. This concludes our broadcast. Hope to see you all this evening. Or, not really, I won't see you. You might have to listen to my voice, unless you want to just put me on mute. And we'll be back at the other arena. All right. I can't even try to tap the screen with my